Drake, whose full name is Aubrey Drake Graham, was born on October 24th, 1986, in Toronto, and his journey from a regular kid to one of the biggest music stars in the world is a story of ambition, talent, struggle, and reinvention. Raised primarily by his mother after his parents separated when he was young, Drake experienced both financial and emotional challenges growing up. His father, Dennis Graham, was a musician from Memphis, while his mother, Sandy Graham, worked as a teacher. Being biracial with an African-American father and a Jewish-Canadian mother, Drake often felt caught between identities during his school years, and he has openly spoken about being bullied and feeling different from others. These early experiences shaped his emotional depth, something that would later become a defining feature of his music. Before he ever became known as a rapper, Drake began his career as an actor. As a teenager, he landed a role on the Canadian teen drama series Degrassi, The Next Generation, where he played Jimmy Brooks, a high school basketball star who becomes physically disabled after being shot. The role brought him recognition and steady income, helping support his family, but even while acting, Drake's true passion was music. He began recording and releasing mixtapes independently, trying to build a name for himself in the hip-hop world. In 2006, he released his first mixtape, Room for Improvement, followed by Comeback Season, but it was his 2009 project, So Far Gone, that changed everything. The mixtape gained massive attention online, especially with the hit single Best I Ever Had, which introduced Drake to a global audience. His growing buzz caught the attention of Lil Wayne, and soon Drake signed with Young Money Entertainment, marking the official start of his mainstream music career. In 2010, he released his debut studio album, Thank Me Later, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, proving that he was more than just a former TV actor trying to rap. Drake stood out because he blended singing and rapping in a way that felt emotional and personal, often discussing love, heartbreak, ambition, jealousy, and fame. His 2011 album, Take Care, further cemented his status as a major artist, earning critical acclaim and commercial success. Over the years, he continued releasing chart-topping albums and singles, breaking streaming records and becoming one of the most dominant figures in modern music. However, his journey has not been without controversy. In 2015, rapper Meek Mill accused him of using ghostwriters, sparking a highly publicized rap feud. Drake responded with diss tracks that many fans considered victorious in the battle. In 2018, he faced one of his most personal controversies when rapper Pusha T released a diss track revealing that Drake had a son named Adonis. The revelation shocked fans and the media, as Drake had kept his fatherhood private. He later confirmed it publicly through his album Scorpion, addressing the situation directly in his music. Despite the controversy, his career remained strong, and he continued to dominate charts worldwide. In his personal life, Drake has been linked romantically to several high-profile celebrities, though he has rarely confirmed long-term relationships publicly. He is known to be very close to his mother and frequently expresses gratitude for her sacrifices. Outside of music, Drake is passionate about basketball and serves as a global ambassador for the Toronto Raptors, often seen courtside at games. Beyond entertainment, Drake has proven himself to be a savvy businessman. He founded his own label, OVO Sound, which supports emerging artists, and he has invested in fashion, nightlife, and various business ventures. Today, Drake is considered one of the most streamed and commercially successful artists of all time, with numerous awards, record-breaking statistics, and a massive global fan base. His story is not just about fame and money, it is about evolution. From a bullied teenager in Toronto to a television actor, from a struggling mixtape artist to a global rap icon, Drake's journey reflects resilience, adaptability, and a constant desire to stay relevant in an ever-changing industry. He has faced criticism, rivalry, and personal exposure, yet he continues to reinvent himself and remain at the top of the music world. His life story shows that success is rarely a straight path. It is built through risk, reinvention, controversy, and relentless work ethic, and Drake's legacy in modern music is still being written. As Drake's fame continued to rise, so did the pressure that came with it. Success in the music industry is never permanent, and staying relevant requires constant reinvention. Unlike many artists who fade after a few hit songs, Drake mastered the art of adaptation. He paid close attention to global sounds, incorporating Caribbean, Afrobeat, UK grime, and dancehall influences into his music. This global approach helped him expand beyond North America and dominate international charts. Songs like One Dance became worldwide anthems, proving that Drake understood not only hip-hop culture, but global pop culture as well. Critics sometimes argued that he followed trends, but supporters believed he was shaping them. Either way, he consistently remained at the center of the conversation. Another key factor behind Drake's dominance has been his emotional transparency. In a genre often associated with toughness and ego, Drake openly discussed heartbreak, insecurity, trust issues, and loneliness. This vulnerability made him relatable to millions of listeners. He blurred the line between rapper and singer, making emotional expression acceptable within mainstream hip-hop. Younger artists who came after him adopted a similar melodic and emotionally open style, showing his influence on an entire generation of musicians. His impact can be seen not just in sales numbers, but in the way modern rap sounds today. Drake also became known for breaking records in the streaming era. As platforms like Spotify and Apple Music grew, he positioned himself perfectly for the digital age. He frequently surprised fans with unexpected releases, mixtapes, and collaborative projects, keeping his audience constantly engaged. Instead of disappearing between albums, he maintained visibility year after year. This consistency turned him into one of the most streamed artists in history. His dominance on the Billboard charts became almost routine, with multiple songs charting simultaneously. Industry analysts often describe him as one of the defining artists of the streaming generation. However, with great success came intense scrutiny. Every lyric, social media post, and public appearance was analyzed. Some critics questioned the authenticity of his tough persona because of his acting background on Degrassi, The Next Generation. Others debated his place among the greatest rappers of all time, especially when compared to more traditional lyricists. Despite the criticism, Drake rarely allowed negativity to slow him down. Instead, he often responded through music, turning criticism into content. This ability to transform controversy into creativity kept him relevant. Beyond music, Drake carefully built a brand around the OVO owl logo, which became a recognizable global symbol. Through his label OVO Sound, he created not just a music company but a lifestyle identity. Annual OVO Fest events in Toronto strengthened his connection to his hometown and gave back to the community that raised him. He frequently references Toronto in his lyrics, proudly representing the city on a global stage. In many ways, Drake helped elevate Toronto's status in the global hip-hop scene. His role as global ambassador for the Toronto Raptors also strengthened his brand. He was often seen courtside during playoff games, celebrating victories and supporting the team passionately. When the Raptors won the NBA championship in 2019, Drake was visibly emotional, celebrating alongside players and fans. This deep connection to his city added authenticity to his image and showed that despite worldwide fame, he never completely disconnected from his roots. Drake's personal growth has also been visible over time. After the public revelation of his son Adonis during the conflict with Pusha T, Drake gradually began sharing more about fatherhood. Photos and moments with his son appeared on social media, showing a softer and more mature side of him. Fatherhood seemed to shift his priorities and add a new dimension to his identity beyond music and fame. Fans witnessed the transformation of a young, ambitious artist into a father, balancing celebrity life with responsibility. Financially, Drake has become one of the wealthiest figures in modern music. Through endorsements, partnerships, touring revenue, and business ventures, he built an empire that extends beyond albums. Massive world tours generated hundreds of millions of dollars, proving his ability to sell out arenas globally. His business strategy demonstrates that he understands longevity requires diversification, not just hit songs. Today, Drake stands as one of the most influential artists of the 21st century. Whether admired or criticized, he remains impossible to ignore. His journey from a television actor in Toronto to a record-breaking global superstar is a testament to ambition, reinvention, and relentless consistency. He has survived rap battles, public controversies, shifting musical trends, and industry changes, yet he continues to dominate conversations in music. Drake's story is still unfolding, but his legacy as one of the defining voices of his generation is already firmly established.